RuneScape has been absolutely popping off so far in 2025, with the game recently hitting highs of over 200k concurrent players with—
What? No way. Old School Runescape with 222,000 players? Okay, this is a crazy, guys, this is a crazy number. This is like literally almost highest numbers on Steam right now. Probably top 10 of the most played games.
No special seasonal game mode that usually results in these kind of player counts. This rising popularity is in part due to many popular WoW streamers getting into OSRS, with some of them clearly reaching the point of no return. To name a few, we've had Guzu, Savix, Mad Season, Sodapoppin, Zayu, Peekaboo, and many more trying out the game, which has not only created some absolute peak content, but it's also exposed OSRS to an entirely new audience. This isn't the—
this is like the power of streamers and content creators. Especially one of the things is really cool, and I've been trying to do, it's like more collaborative events or even like playing the game. But man, we all know that in Diablo it is a very single player game, and even like Diablo Immortal, the problem it is the servers, man. If you want to try to do something with your audience or something like that, it's so hard, bro.
Only reason for OSRS's continued growth,
so does still streams.
The game's constantly been putting out quality updates that not only expand the content, but also improve the existing content. We've had this year's Summer Sweep Up Part 1 that expanded the elemental weaknesses across the game, loot table changes, and big changes to the Tombs of a Mascot raid. We've just had the big Valamore Part 3 update, which expanded the game world, added a new endgame boss, new quests, new Slayer monsters, a new fletching minigame, and new items to grind for.
So you guys see, I mean, like, maybe whenever you look here at these graphics, you can see, okay, now it has some charm, but it is like so hard for me to get into it.
We've got the Summer Sweep Up Part 2, which will massively improve the Slayer skill, with each Slayer master having their own specific block lists. Metal Dragons are finally getting combined into one Slayer task, and point cost reduction for certain unlocks. And that's not even mentioning OSRS is soon to receive its first brand new skill in the form of sailing later this year. I have been full on addicted to Old School RuneScape ever since the last video I made for it in 2024, where I first started my Iron Man. I've been playing it pretty much every day for the past year and racked up over 2,500 hours on it since.
Wow. You guys heard what he said? It has more than 2,000 hours. And that's the issue that I have, like, whenever I try to get into these games, because like these games, they have no end, right? If you play a story game, you start, and after maybe 40 or 60 hours, you end the game. That depends if it's long or not. But these games, they are literally a rabbit hole, like more like a black hole, where you can literally sink thousands of hours. And in a way, it makes me feel like, okay, I will never be good enough because maybe I don't have that amount of time, or I haven't played Old School RuneScape. So that makes me feel like maybe I'll never be one of the best players or even content creators to it, which is kind of scary. But the other side that I'm seeing, and I'm experiencing that now because I am live streaming Diablo 2, is that a lot of players that they love these old games like Diablo 2 or even Old School RuneScape, they enjoy a lot to watch people play it for the first time. So it is kind of I'm trying to set my mind to open up, like, okay, maybe there is, you know, I don't always need to be the expert. I can actually be the newbie and stream and talk about my first experience.
Thinking about it, there's no other MMO out there that's even remotely close to OSRS's long-term sense of progression. Going from 0 to a maxed Iron Man with all the best in slot items is thousands of hours of progress, with hundreds of incremental upgrades along the way, each time feeding your addiction. Take a break from the game for a year and come back? No problem. Your progress hasn't been invalidated by the new content like in other MMOs.
Oh, this is awesome. So it doesn't matter if I take 6 months break or 1 year, it doesn't really matter? Okay, that's awesome. Because like that's one of the things that I feel like nowadays, especially for example in World of Warcraft or even like and definitely in Diablo Immortal, is like if you take a break, man, Yeah, there is definitely some good catch-up mechanic systems that exist in the game, but all the gear and all the effort that you put it became irrelevant.
I think this is the main reason why so many WoW players are falling in love with the game. After years of having their progress reset every patch, they're finally experiencing an MMO with a sense of permanence. In this video, I'll check out some of the new content, hopefully get some rare drops on the Iron Man, talk about the state of the game and give an updated OSRS pros and cons list at the end. But first, support the content by listening to today's sponsor, Infinity Nikki, the 5th installment in the beloved Nikki series powered by Unreal Engine 5, available on PS5, PC, Steam and mobile, with over 20
Another Unreal Engine 5 generic slop.
million global downloads. The game seamlessly
I
blends
love you know, Lazy Peon, but like, come on, like these games, like, seriously.
So it's been just over 1 year since I created the OSRS Iron Man. I really wish that I made a series documenting my progress, but at the time when I made this character, I was just kind of playing it in my spare time for fun. And
I mean, guys, let's be honest. What do you guys think about this interface? The game is here. There is here the stats. There's the bags. And here you guys also can see some menus, and here's the chat.
I didn't think I was going to get this far. Recently passed 2k total.
But this feels like he has like a more modern skin. Because usually it's like everything is brown.
Level, look at the time played. 104
104 days and 22 hours. Wow, dude. I mean, like, not gonna lie, how many days do you guys think I have in Diablo Immortal? I wish there was a way that I could see that. There should be a slash play.
4 days playtime. That's in like a year. That's mad. Got a few pets. We got Tiny Tempor. I got Eladin's Guardian from the Tombs of Amascut raid. Got the Phoenix from Wintertodd and Rocky. My Tombs of Amascut collection log is ridiculous. I got the pet before I got any item. As for item progression, there's 2 charts I use. I found this one on Reddit, which is...
Oh, so it's like a... Oh, so it's the interactive... Oh, this is so cool. So you start with these items, then you progress to these ones, then these ones, these one. Okay, now I understand. Look at these. Look how much you can actually farm. And there is all this progression. So after 100 days, it is not even done half of the things. And from what Lonnie was saying, as you keep playing, it gets like things get harder to get because like the quest lines for the rarest items they get larger, you know. Imagine having to do like 100 things to just get like one of these items. This it's kind of nice. Looks like a Flash game, but I see how can you get hooked up. Yeah, exactly. I mean, like this is very old, but it has like almost infinite content.
Kind of cool. And I've also got this one. I'm basically like starting to just about get into some of the end game stuff. Right now, a lot of my grinds are
100 days. And he's about to get into the end game. Oh my god. Wow.
Tombs of Amascut. I need to finish off Zulrah.
Do we have a way to get how many hours we played Diablo Immortal? No.
I need to finish off getting the Zenite jewelry, and then it's just a lot of Slayer as well as the Dragon Warhammer. Then I can start getting into the really difficult stuff like Desert Treasure 2 bosses, the Chambers of Zerek. This must be really exciting.
Like if you ever reach here, you feel like a king. Or not here, the other one.
And then some Theatre of Blood. But we've recently had the Valamore Part 3 update, which has brought 3 new quests with it, so let's go do that. I got the quest cape earlier this year. Can I still use the quest cape even though...
But it really feels like he's using a mod that is making the game look more polished. Is there any like old school RuneScape player here that can... Am I wrong or what? Because like the interface and the game looks slightly more slick than before.
I'm missing.
Yeah, this is a total free-to-play game. Yes, it is completely free-to-play. I think there are some microtransactions that you can do inside the game, but is not pay to win at all.
A few quests.
Right? I believe it's not pay to win.
No.
I feel like maybe it's like some stash space or something like that. But I don't know. I'm not certain.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. You need to have completed all the quests to use this cape, so
yeah,
let's go knock that out. Holy, that is far.
No, you cannot whale out, I don't think so, on this game. It wouldn't make sense. I imagine like, then it ruins the purpose. So, for example, in RuneScape 2, this company, they were like, we had MTX, and you know what? We actually gonna remove the MTX because they were actually making the game worse. Imagine a company saying that.
How the hell do I get over there? Okay, so this is one of the new areas. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I played Diablo 3.
This Aztec style temple. Have you lots missed you already? Gumpty Fumpty. Hello there, egg. Bollocks. I love the RuneScape dialogue. Oh, that's the gemstone crab. Yo.
Alright.
That's cool.
What is your honest thoughts, chat? Honest thoughts.
Loads. Let's AFK this gemstone crab for like a minute to see how much XP per hour it would be, roughly. It's looking like about 80k range XP.
Oh, so these are the AFK things that they were talking about. That every time. So the AFK farming in this game, it is slightly different than, for example, in Diablo Immortal, which just lived its standard. Here you have, for example, these AFK farming of 1 minute. Then you have, for example, rocks or the meteors, like you know, the Lonely was saying that if there's like 24 minutes farm, but you need to stay near the
AFK.
the PC. You
That's
cannot
pretty
go
good.
out.
And it's nice to have something to collectively AFK with loads of other players. Gemstone Crab W update. Right, now we have the eggs. Hopefully one of them looks like Mumpty Rumpty. We've done it. Oh no.
I mean, we're not gonna watch everything, but this seems like a game, guys, that I will like low-key like to watch. But not like to watch. I would like to play with it. I think it can be a very fun game to try because, like, look at this. They have, is this what, PK?
Michael Raxon.
Oh, and you guys don't know the worst part. The worst part is if you wanna attack, you have to click here and click on the target. Click here and click on the target. Click, you know, there is no press on one. It's like everything is about the click. That's the insane part. So, lots and lots and lots of clicking.
There, so I need to hit this.
Oh, this is a fight. This is a fight. Okay, let's see the fight. We have a boss. All right, look at the boss. Okay.
Yeah, that's a cool boss, man.
All right. Okay, not bad.
Very cool. Nice. We got a new sword. Lots of XP. 55k combat.
Okay, this is another boss.
Watch that.
So you have to dodge. Look at him. Look at him.
Okay.
So he's clicking on the spell and he's clicking on the target. And then you also have to click to move.
It's going to be a protect from mage. Disables your prayer. Dodge that. Oh! I was supposed to melee him there. So I need to hit this. Then one of these.
Jungle, I am with you. It looks like trash. But the reality is, like, I have heard nothing but good things about this game. Everyone that gets into it gets absolutely addicted.
Range. No. Oh, that someone's a shield. I need to get in the shield.
Alright, go to the shield.
That's right. Melee. Okay.
So there's actual mechanics you have to do.
Just finish it here, I think. GG. That's wave 1. I like how it's...
This feels like a game that it looks very hard to get into it, man. Super hard to get into.
Starts off kind of...
It's like, I see so many barriers in this game to get into it because, like, not only you have the graphics, you also have the clicking, you have like you're gonna start literally from scratch.
Low. Eases you into it. So that's mage range. There you go, stand in the protection. Well, that failed. Okay, switch to Demon Bane.
It takes a while, man. Like, the guys...
Okay, good. We got that this time. Range, mage. Okay, melee.
Look at all this
clicking.
clicking.
Cool. Oh, melee.
Okay, attacking melee.
Mage, range. I haven't really done many bosses like this before. I know the Leviathan is kind of similar to this. Wave 2 down on the first attempt, not bad. Aether Catalyst. Oh, it's like a proper shield.
Boys, maybe in the future we're gonna get into this, but let me see here. The last words. This is the pros and the cons.
So after playing Old School RuneScape for about 2,500 hours in the past year, my updated pros and cons for the game are as follows. Pros. The long-term sense of progression that OSRS offers is the best in the MMO genre due to its unique curated sandbox design where new content doesn't invalidate the old content. Unlike many modern MMOs, OSRS doesn't have a transmog system, you are what you wear. This results in a better sense of visual progression and also makes players want to improve at the game to earn.
Boys, you are what you wear. No transmog. This makes me so happy. There's no skins. It's like, I'm gonna be honest, it is one of the things that I hate the most in modern games. It is transmogs. Like, everyone looks nice and shiny, and you don't know the power. You don't know if they are strong. You don't know if they are weak. You don't know their accomplishment. You don't know nothing about them. You only know how much money they spent.
Items with prestige.
And it's like, it's a very good feature, but the thing is like, this is how we used to be back in the day, right?
Such as the Infernal Cape, Zuck Helm, or Radiant Oath Plate. The OSRS Runelight client allows players to fully customize their experience with add-ons that improve the game massively.
Okay.
Quest Helper in particular played a big part in hooking me back into OSRS when I returned to the game last year. OSRS has some of the best questing in the MMO genre, maybe only second to RuneScape 3. Despite looking quite simple, OSRS arguably has one of the highest skill ceilings in the MMO genre.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Skilled players to do some absolutely crazy challenges in both PvP and PvE. OSRS has some really fun and engaging PvM that you can either choose to do solo, duo, or in a group. The choice is yours. The game gives you that flexibility.
PvM is what we call PvE in Diablo Immortal. Player versus monster, we call player versus environment.
The entire concept of the RuneScape wilderness is extremely cool in terms of risk versus reward, and I can't for the life of me understand why other MMOs never copied this idea. OSRS is a game that you can play as actively or as AFK as you feel like. If you want to get sweaty, go do some raids, questing, or PvP. If you want to chill, do some second monitor skilling or AFK the new gemstone crab. You can play OSRS from the same account on both PC and mobile.
What? All right. This is actually a game changer right here. You can also play. No, wait. No. Wait. Can I download this? If I can download it, that actually changes a lot. Probably you have to pay, right? Old School RuneScape. It's free! Boys, it's actually free. Look at it. It's free. Alright, you know what? I'm downloading. Yeah, I'm downloading. Yeah, it's downloading, guys. It's downloading.
OSRS doesn't have any FOMO bullshit like other MMOs. There's no dailies, no login rewards,
no dailies, and no FOMO bullshit. Love it.
Items, just sub-fee plus bonds, and that's it. The game has a wide variety of mini-games and optional fun content. The RuneScape skilling system is the best in the MMO genre due to the way skills are interconnected together, both with other.
So, you can skill up everything to 99. Okay, so I can see how this is super addicting. Wow. You know what I'm saying? It just as like an achievement. I am someone that I get like super obsessed about like skilling up things and getting everything complete. As a completionist, I feel like this game can be like your worst nightmare because you're gonna sink so many hours.
Is the best in the MMO genre due to the way skills are interconnected together, both with other skills, quests, and the game world itself. OSRS has the best content creators and content creation potential in the MMO genre due to its emergent gameplay potential. Events such as Deadman Mode All-Stars, the recent OTK OSRS event, and Gillinor Games are great examples of this. Leagues are a fun temporary game mode that players have to look forward to for a few months once per year. OSRS feels like an MMORPG. You see players everywhere, people randomly talk to you. It's not designed like other MMOs where everyone's hanging out in one specific endgame area of the map, because the entire RuneScape map mixes both high and low level content. Frequent updates voted on by the community. OSRS has a great variety of content for every—
This is what I was talking about. I saw, I caught like a stream from Soda Poppin, and this was it. He was just doing this. He was like skilling up like his dexterity or agility.
MMO player, whether you're into PvP, PvE, skilling, or socializing. The world is absolutely massive with thousands of hours worth of content. This isn't an MMO that you're ever likely to complete, and there's always something to grind for. S-tier soundtrack, non-linear sandbox progression where you can progress in whatever order you like, distinct iconic art style. The writing in OSRS is very good. It's self-aware, whimsical, and quite funny. OSRS is a very easy game to return to after—
This is a long list, guys. It's maybe even too long that is making it seem like he's too biased, but this comes from a guy that he literally has been covering MMOs for probably over 10 years, and only recently he actually got in old school RuneScape.
Long breaks because your progress isn't invalidated by updates. You can pick it up right—
This is big. This is big. This is actually something that I stopped playing World of Warcraft in BFA Battle of Azeroth because of this. I played for a bit, then whenever I returned, like the patch came, new raid, blah 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 blah, and all my gear like was trash. I hated it.
Where you left off after years away from the game. There's multiple different account types and ways to play the game for a unique experience. You've got main accounts, Iron Man, Hardcore Iron Man, Ultimate Iron Man, unofficial chunk-locked accounts, pure accounts, and so on. Many OSRS players have multiple account types to experience the game in different ways. OSRS arguably has the best wiki in gaming. It has low system requirements. The game has a free-to-play mode that has its own meta due to members' items not being usable in free-to-play worlds. There's graphics mods to—
Fair free-to-play mode with its own meta. Interesting. I would like to see how deep it goes, the pay-to-win.
enhance the graphics.
But the thing is, like, maybe if I stream these, I will definitely never have a crash in my entire life.
Graphics such as GPU or the 117 HD,
yeah, it's on mobile,
as well as Jagex working on their official HD client. You can use the Grand Exchange to learn about trading stocks. There's entire Reddit communities such as OSRS Flipping and Grand Exchange Bets dedicated to this. Clue scrolls are a really cool feature that break up grinds that I'm surprised to see other MMOs not copy. OSRS has multiple sets of items that are considered best in slot depending on the situation due to its monster weakness system. This gives players more things to grind for and keeps things interesting with different gear sets. The RuneScape world system is still one of the best solutions to MMO servers that I've ever seen, and allows players from all different regions to play together. You're not locked to a single server like in other MMOs.
Like in Diablo Immortal, that I cannot play with my chat or anyone because nobody's from my freaking server.
You can instantly hop between them, and the game has a bright future and is guaranteed to still be here 10 years from now. Cons: OSRS suffers massively from bots. It's an issue the game's always suffered with. They ruin minigames like Last Man Standing, and they're annoying to compete with for monster kills like Revenants. As much as the polling system—
yeah, bots, it will, like, since forever, it's always been a huge issue. It affects, like, literally every MMO or RPG that you go that is multiplayer, it has bots. It's probably with bots. What player? I'm on the Pulse of Wisdom.
system is good overall, it is unfair to PvP players. The vast majority of the OSRS community are PvM players who hate PvP, so any proposed update for PvP gets automatically voted as no, because PvMers don't want dev time going into things that they won't interact with.
So, if you guys don't understand what he's saying, the community, the development team asks the community, hey, we have these, and these to offer to you guys. For example, a new dungeon, a new raid, a new game mode, or a new battleground. And the way it works for them to decide which one they actually gonna develop and come in the next patch, it is through a polling system. So they ask the community, and whatever it wins out of that community, so if you imagine new dungeon wins, next patch you're gonna get a new dungeon. And I think that's pretty cool. But what he's saying, there is the con. The con is like, because it is unfair to PvP players, because PvP players will always be the minority when it comes to the player base of these games.
OSRS is confusing to get into for new players and people from other MMOs because it's so fundamentally different from the rest of the MMO genre. The new player experience has improved over the years with the activity advisor.
I will say that I never tried it, but it feels like, what am I doing? Because these modern MMOs and modern games, a lot of times what they do is like, you create the character, and at level 1 they're gonna say, okay, now you go here, okay, now you're gonna go here, now you learn this skill, now you're gonna use this skill and you're gonna try this. Oh, you can also use the ultimate. So it is very like, they give you the hand, it's like, okay, walk with me for like the first like 30 levels. And I feel like here it doesn't happen. There's no onboarding on a new player, and it gets like very confusing.
But it could still be improved. RNG can absolutely break you in this game, especially on an Iron Man. Some grinds have no bad luck protection, so there's been horror stories of people going 7 to 10x the drop rate for things like the enhanced crystal weapon seed from the corrupted gauntlet. You need to make peace with the RNG gods before committing to this game, as getting unlucky could cause you to quit. The existence of bonds devalues the accomplishment of non-Iron Man accounts. Some people don't like the game's old school graphics, some people don't like the fundamental point-and-click gameplay. Your previous MMO skills will likely not carry over to RuneScape. OSRS can be quite an overwhelming game to get into. Players from other games that operate on patch cycles are sometimes put off from the idea of having 20 years worth of content just waiting for them. The game has a perception of simplicity that...
this is like very underwhelming. Like, it's actually hitting points that I identify. First, it is the graphics. I mean, I'm not in love with the graphics. I think it's hard to be in love with these graphics. Point and click, not a huge fan, because I'm used to actually use the keyboard and mouse. And this other factor is saying, like, 20 years of content, like, sitting there for you. You can see it in two ways, right? You can see it in a very exciting thing that, okay, I ever hear a game that probably I'll be retiring and I will still be playing it. Or the other side that I was talking about is like, usually whenever I like to play a game, I like to be like an expert, or at least be as good as I can be. And I feel like in this game, there's probably, unless maybe it'll take me like 1,000 hours or even more, probably even more than that, to even reach to a level that I have the full understanding of the game. Because, for example, I played Path of Exile. I have probably 500 hours playing Path of Exile, and I still think I don't understand 10% of the game. I mean, I understand the basics, but I don't understand like very deep down, like the crafting systems and all these things, which makes like very confusing. I don't know how to make a build for Path of Exile after 500 hours. It is still super overwhelming for me.
It makes it hard for you to get your friends into it, because on the surface it just looks like a shitty point-and-click plus wait game. The depth of OSRS is quite hidden and takes quite a lot of game knowledge to understand. Jagex customer support take ages to reply to tickets and are oftentimes quite useless. They are getting better, to be fair, but it's still not great. Many regions are still unsupported with servers such as South America and Southeast Asia, forcing many players to play with bad ping, and depending depending on your region, you might have your entire ISP's IP range blocked and be forced to play the game with a VPN. This happened to me and a few other people I know, and despite reaching out to Jagex support on multiple occasions, they told me they have no way to unblock the IP ranges that are randomly IP blocked for seemingly no reason.
Okay.
Overall, if you was to ask me to recommend an MMO to you that you could start playing today that will still be here alive and well 10 years from now, I'd recommend Old School Runescape. It's a timeless...
How impressive is that this game, after like 15 years, has probably more players now playing in the current time than before. That's insane, guys. Like, after 15 years, this game is actually having peak in the player base numbers. Wow, dude.
This game with the most addictive long-term sense of progression, a bright future, and content that you can either sweat with or relax and chill with on the second monitor. It's definitely not too late to start playing, and with all the new people from WoW getting into it and the new sailing skill on the horizon, there's never been a better time to try it out. But that's it for this video. This is probably the longest pros and cons list I've ever done for any game.
Facts.
As always, let me know your thoughts on OSRS in the comments below, especially if you're a new player that's only recently gotten into it. Help us out with a like for the algorithm if you enjoyed the vid, social media on screen. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
Really good video from Lazy Peon.